Welcome everyone. Today in our short section with Keshav, we will be covering how students who are pursuing advanced degrees in technology and pursuing master's degrees in particular wish to transition to industry. Keshav's been an electrical engineer, a robotics and computer vision specialist, or wishes to be one. and So yeah, how was it for you? Why don't you quickly introduce yourself and then also, share the thought process as to what the linkages are between industry and academia in such a new field as computer vision?
Sure. So hey everyone, thanks for having me, Arjun. I recently finished my master's here at UC San Diego. And my master's was focused on intelligent systems, robotics, and controls. All of this is just basically fancy words for a software side of robotics in computer vision or machine learning or deep learning and other such things. So my research effectively was focused on object detection for autonomous driving. And the motivation behind this research was effectively how can we detect objects in bad weather conditions, things like rainy weather, snowy weather, foggy weather. Sensors like cameras and radars, they aren't the most effective because of the optical vision. And so we kind of want to still be able to detect these objects in these bad weather conditions. So other sensors like radars aren't affected by these bad weather conditions, and which is what I kind of focused on and worked on in my thesis for my master's degree. And so during my master's, I was working with Toyota. They were one of the sponsors for the research project at the time. And I would have these bi-weekly meetings with them, and they would give us a lot of the specifications and requirements in industry, which we would use to base our research and project on. And so basically what that essentially taught me is that academia is one side of things where you can get you have a lot of freedom to work on things, but a lot of these requirements you can only understand when you are in industry, which is kind of why I wanted to head into industry and actually work on these projects to get a firsthand experience from what the requirements are, what the users need, what the customers need. And so for the last couple of months or this last quarter, I kind of focused on the whole job application process, going through the interview processes, applying to different companies and things like that, which in and of itself is a whole full-time job in addition to your classes and research and what have you. So it was a grueling process. It was a fun process. And yeah, that's a little bit about me and what I've been up to the last few months.
Great. So typically, we all hear of the automobile industries in terms of cars, but obviously it's a huge sort of industry to be in. Could be sort of a lot more to do with trucks, or it could be heavy earth-moving equipments. There's so many other, or even trains and aircrafts and all of that. So what is it that what are the opportunities in the industry beyond the commonplace Tesla and others that we all hear of?
I think the beautiful thing about robotics is that it is becoming an extremely ubiquitous term now associated with pretty much any company you can think of. Not just autonomous driving, but even manufacturing processes like welding. They have a lot of robotics associated with them. What I mean specifically is that a lot of these skills in manufacturing require a huge amount of time to learn and understand how they actually work, which is not always available to the common man. And as a result, robotics is an easy solution. I shouldn't say easy, but is a solution to this problem where you can basically send a robot in to accomplish a task autonomously. So when you think of